What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Terrence. Figured I'd bring you another video preview Fever Atlanta Dream Game 3 and a little bit about Game 2. Obviously, you would think and hope that the coaching staff knows they need to. There were still obviously things. There's always things you can improve on, but that you can do better, individually. Right? When you watch the film of the previous game, you can see a lot of missed opportunities, and I'm not just talking about shots or layups or things like that on the part of the Dream. To just like in the first game, to think we were going to shoot 13% again from three, to think they're going to shoot 13, 17% or something from three again, it's probably not a real thing. But I was going to bring you guys just do it on the desktop. I haven't ever done it yet. I've done or at least have everything set up to do that. And of course, when I guess I get time, we'll move on to other professional sports, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. But our lineup is huge, right? And our rotations, as far as the lineup goes, our defensive rotations also are huge. And everything to the smallest detail against the better teams, which is about all now we're going to be playing. Every little thing matters, and everything is magnified even that much more, because against bad teams, a few little mistakes here or there, may give up 2, 4, 8 points in a game, whereas against the better teams, may end in a 12-0 run. You had the lead and now you don't. So we've just got to continue to keep up the defensive pressure, fill the gaps, cut off passing lanes, like I always say, should be givens. That means basketball. That's what you do. We need to continue to try to make them shoot off the dribble, rather than get to their spots. That was huge in the game. In Game 2 was getting them off their spots, and of course that as you see, that resulted in much worse shooting percentage. Now Smethko didn't get the only coach in WNBA history to 30 wins for no reason. He's a good coach, so they'll make the necessary adjustments. It's just, will we? There was a lot of times, like I say, when you look back at the film, that they will move two players nearly side by side over outside the three-point line, where they could easily one of them set a screen for the other. Our defensive players wouldn't have known, and they go back door. It was just good for us that the pressure was well enough and high enough they weren't going to be able to see them, even if they did. So the fans are huge in the last game. So yeah, you can't say enough about the fans and what they bring to any game. the aerial powers was huge in getting them involved late. You know, maybe we'll have more fans travel to the away game down in ATL, right? It's not that far away, 5 hours, I guess. Let's see, Indy, probably 6 or 7. But still, that's not very far, considering, you know, people are coming from overseas to watch CC play. You know, still don't like White's attitude, you know, as a coach in general, right? I've never, you know, myself, you know, over the course of a season, you can't tell the players, you know, okay, look, there's no reason for you to whine, you know, on the court or cry about this or about that. You know, that's between you and I, player, coach. I'll take care of the rest. I'll deal with the refs. I'll deal with the league. I'll, you know, whatever the case may be, right? You know, and of course, actions speak louder than words. So, saying it's one thing. So fucking get a technical foul. Get more than one. You know, preferably or through the course of a season. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass thrown out of a game. Now the players know and believe that when you say, I got you, you know. So you let me know and I'll deal with them. They actually believe that you're not full of shit like you are when you go to the podium, you know, after games. And God knows what. You know, after game 2, and that's just me, right? You know, after a win, you know, I didn't go to the podium. There was no reason. You know, what did I stand to gain by, you know, the players having executed and played as hard as they did, right? She should have took her ass back to the locker room because nobody wanted to fucking hear nothing she had to say. There wasn't anything she was going to say we didn't already know. I mean, we watched the same game. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the players executed well and you know, between the players and how hard they played and the fans and whatnot, you know, so give them, you know, their opportunity to shine and be in the spotlight rather than to listen to your ums and, you know, really a line of bullshit. Because I mean, that's really all it is. I don't know. I'm sure that, you know, the narrative will, you know, be out there and, you know, of course, I guess the facts are the facts, you know, the first playoff win in X amount of years. Well, guess what? Last year was fucking first year they even made the goddamn playoffs since, I don't know. It was a decade or better also, right? So, you know, kind of the same. You didn't really do anything, you know, wasn't going to happen anyway. And, you know, people have got to quit this shit about, you know, and we're playing with, you know, hardship players and, you know, we've had to sign different players, you know, throughout the course of the year and stuff. Because right now, if CC is available, the team is better. We have a better team right now than we had when we started the season. That's a fact. So, you know, you lucked into a much better team than what you had to start the season, minus your megastar. Do you think you're still a better coach than she is player? I guess. I don't know what the fuck you think anymore.